भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानजानशालाकस्य चक्षुरुन्मीलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयप्रताक स्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमाचार्यपदाय निताय कृपप्रदायिने गौरकथा दामदाय नगर ग्राम तारिणी नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 11 Chapter 29 Text 40 na Prabhu?
45 Mataji.
Oh, 45.
Yeah.
42. Ah, okay, the next verse. 45. Sri Shuka Vacha Sa evam ukto harimed sodhava pradyakshinam tam parishritya padayo shiro निधायाश्रु कलाभिर आर्द्र धीर न्यषिंचद अध्वंद्व परोपि अपक्रमे. Sukadeva Goswami said, thus addressed by Lord Krishna, whose intelligence destroys all the suffering of material life, Sri Uddhava circumambulated the Lord and then fell down, placing his head upon the Lord's feet. Although Uddhava was free from the influence of material dualities, his heart was breaking, and at this time of departure, he drenched the Lord's lotus feet with his tears. So the instructions on Bhakti Yoga came to an end, right? And so Uddhava was very grateful, and Krishna gave him instruction, right, to so that he should go to Badrikashrama and purify yourself by both touching and also bathing in the holy waters there, which have emanated from my lotus feet. Rid yourself of all sinful reactions with the sight of the sacred Alakananda river. Dress yourself in bark and eat whatever is naturally available in the forest. Thus you should remain content and free from desire, tolerant of all dualities, good-natured, self-controlled, peaceful, endowed with transcendental knowledge and realization, with fixed attention. Meditate constantly upon these instructions I've imparted to you and assimilate their essence. Fix your words and thoughts upon me, and always endeavor to increase your realization of my transcendental qualities. In this way, you'll cross beyond the destinations of the three modes of nature and finally come back to me. Wonderful instruction, right? So that is for us also, purifying ourselves there in the bathing of the holy river. But more potent than even bathing in the holy river is chanting the holy names of Krishna, which purifies us, which really every day we are bathing in the holy names. That's more powerful. That have emanated from his lotus feet, that holy waters, but holy name is Krishna himself. And rid ourselves of all sinful reactions with the sight of the sacred Alakananda river. So dress yourself in bark and eat whatever is naturally available in the forest. So in all those ages, even devotees, they did so much of tapasya, wearing bark and sitting in the forest and eating roots and fruits and, you know, meditating upon Krishna's instructions. Fix your words and thoughts upon me, and always endeavor to increase your realization of my transcendental qualities. In this way, you'll cross beyond the destinations of the three modes of nature and finally come back to me. So this whole series is for us instruction. Uddhava doesn't need to do all this. He is already a close associate of Krishna. So it is for us, even though technically is technically it is yeah, I mean it all these things are more external, I mean austerities, but internally the progress is similar to our bhakti yoga. We have to purify ourselves by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, and so and all sinful reactions will go away. Of course, we chant Ganga, Ganga, Ganga every day while bathing, and then we don't need to dress ourselves in bark and eating roots and fruits and living in the forest. All those physical austerities is very convenient, I mean, comfortably out of it. For us in Kali Yuga, it's not possible at all because our bodies are so frail and weak and we can't withstand all that. So instead, he has given us, that is why, see, it's easier actually if you go sit in the Himalayas, Badrika Ashram and all, how wonderful it is, so sacred and all. I mean, very holy. Sense gratification won't even arise in the mind. And then all sadhus over there, everywhere you see only sadhus, temples, you'll feel like chanting. You'll be soaked in devotion over there if you want. But here, we are doing opposite. This is the austerity. Staying in the city, being mixing with all materialistic people, all sense gratificatory things around us. And we are supposed to always meditate on Krishna. This is our austerity, not physical austerities, mental austerities. That in spite of seeing everything, we should become detached from sense gratification and always meditate on Krishna. Right? Now, how to do all this? They themselves have been advised. I mean, very advanced people have been told you go sit in Badrikashram and then you eat only root fruit and, just meditate on me. Don't um, be content and free from desire, tolerant of all dualities, good natured, self controlled, peaceful, endowed with transcendental knowledge and realization, all mode of goodness things. And here we are in the city, completely mode of passion and ignorance. In this setup, eating all kinds of foods, no restriction. You should eat very, this thing, only roots, fruits, and all that. And peaceful, hardly peaceful, all the time, something or the other is disturbing us. Either health is not okay, or somebody did something, or, something, job problem, relationship problem, health problem, financial problem, which is not there, all the time harassing us. Where is the peace? Peace of mind, impossible. So, in this kind of setup, if we have to think of Krishna, how is it possible? It is possible only, that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave a method. Krishna only is the source of all these situations, problems. We are here because we are the Kali Yuga residues who have come till Kali Yuga. But Krishna also gives the solution. And the solution is, if we accept Krishna is my Lord, and I am his servant, but I don't feel like a servant. I'm very proud. And I think I'm this, I'm so qualified. And why I should, I want to think about, meditate on myself, see what all I've achieved, what all things I've, so many milestones, and how, whatever, our own relationships, my position, we are meditating on that. Very proud. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, become humble, humbler than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. And in Kali Yuga, you have to become like this, because everybody's got heightened false ego. Nobody is going to glorify you or anything like that. Only they'll glorify you if they want something in return from you. So where is the question? You have to put your false ego nice, hit it, because otherwise you're going to be suffering. And um, more tolerant than a, more humbler than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. People are going to harass all the time. Everybody is thinking how to exploit, how to get something from you. Everybody. Outwardly, people may, I mean, I'm talking of material world, not the devotees. Outwardly, or devotees who are not fully purified may also have that tendencies. But this is how it is in Kali Yuga. Simply pretense, hypocrisy. Oh, you're so nice. I really like you. I'll do anything for you. Then you really think, oh, ah, I've got, see, such good well-wishers, friends. You turn your back, my friend, and see what they're planning. So this is how it is. Total hypocrisy in material world. So what we should do? We have to become detached. We have to become tolerant. All the suffering and the pain and the insults and the thing, take it. This is the austerity, living in the city, in the comfort of your house. Physical comfort is there. Those sages had material comfort. I mean, sorry, mental comfort, because nobody harassing them, no mode of passion, ignorance. Mental comfort was there. Nicely sit in Badrikashram. Ah, so nice. All the time I hear, I mean, Ganga, I keep seeing her flowing down, so beautiful. And, the whole atmosphere is so beautiful and nice. And all sadhus only I see everywhere. Then mentally you're very happy. No, sadhus will not insult and all that. There is no such thing. Sadhus will not try to be violent with you, or they will not insult you, put you down. Nothing. So mentally very, very comfortable. Go and sit in Badrikashram. Very nice, peaceful. There's no competition, there is no pressure. But physical is there. But mental is more difficult actually, because physical, okay, we are given physical comfort, but mentally, come on, experience Kali Yuga to its maximum. So that is there. And how do we overcome that? That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, become humble, more humble. But it's not coming now. I'm very proud. I don't feel humble or anything. I feel like banging them. They do something, I'll also give them back. So that is why. But we know it doesn't work. You go and bang people, you'll get banged more. And then you keep banging again, they'll bang you more. Nobody is going to, somebody else will bang you, because people are full of envy and they are going to trouble you. You may be sometimes fortunate, your karma may be good here and there, but generally you see, everybody is waiting to rob you, cheat you, hoodwink you. You're looking here and there, little jaywalking, finish, take your pocket. So that is how it is. So, and so how do we become humble? That also Prabhupada has said, cry, cry to Krishna. I'm very, very proud. How to become humble, Krishna? I'm not at all humble. Now, I'm supposed to become humble to think of Krishna, but humility is not even coming to me. I get very angry, and I think I'm very great. I'm the greatest, in fact, and I think all others are less than me. And if anybody seems to be doing more than me, then I get very envious, and I want to put them down. I have all these dirty thoughts. And if somebody is prospering, ooh, I hate it. I feel very upset. And if somebody is suffering, I feel very happy, very good. So this is my situation, because I'm so proud, because of identifying with the body and mind. Krishna, only you can save, not Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, oh, Nitai, Gaur, you're the ones who can deliver us. So that's why Prabhupada said, cry. That's the shortcut method. We don't have any other qualifications. Neither we have physical dexterity, nor we have mental strength. Nothing we have. We're very proud and puffed up on top of that. How do we make spiritual progress? Simply mechanically doing something is not spiritual progress. I am chanting, I'm doing rituals, everything. Every day I do everything. Mangalarti, this, that. But I'm not becoming humble. Why? Because it's very difficult to become humble unless so, and that too heightened false ego in Kali Yuga. How are we going to become all this Trinadapi, Suni, Chain, all? Simply, it's coming from our lips. Sikshastikam, I know. Trinadapi, Suni, Chena. People repeat like a parrot, but how? We're not feeling like that. I, Feel humble like a blade of grass? Impossible. So that is why Prabhupada said, take the shortcut. Cry to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, cry to Nityananda, cry to Advaita, each one of them, and Gadadhar and Srivas. Now, what's our qualification? Why they should even listen to us? Huh? You've been rascal all your lifetimes, and now suddenly you say, oh, give me humility, give me Krishna Prem. What's your qualification? My qualification is that I am the disciple or follower of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami, Srila Prabhupada, and all the Vaishnava Acharyas in this parampara up to the six Goswamis and beyond. This is the best possible qualification I have. They are backing me. They have accepted me, O Lord. That is why you should take mercy and give me. That is our only hope. That is our greatest qualification, that we are backed by a huge battalion of, pure devotees, compassionate Vaishnavas who are like, Ratnas, I mean, precious gems for Krishna. Only because we are their followers, Krishna might consider, okay, this rascal, but still he is backed by all these people. I will accept and I will bless him. So that is how we should cry and appeal to Krishna. I cannot do advance otherwise. Simply I'll be doing mechanical things and it'll take me lifetimes to get purified. Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, thus addressed by Lord Krishna, whose intelligence destroys all the suffering of material life. Sri Uddhava circumambulated the Lord and then fell down, placing his head upon the Lord's feet. Although Uddhava was free from the influence of all material dualities, his heart was breaking. And at this time of departure, he drenched the Lord's lotus feet with his tears. Imagine how he would have felt. All the time, he was an inseparable companion of Krishna in Dwaraka. And now Krishna was leaving and he's telling everybody else he is taken away. All the family members, okay, something he created that war between each other. Everybody dead, everybody going back to Krishna. Only Uddhava, you stay back here. So how will he feel? That too, being separated from Krishna. So his heart was breaking, and yet he accepted his order because following Krishna's instructions is more important than his physical association. Actually, Uddhava was more blessed, more fortunate than all the others. Only those whom Krishna really trusts and thinks they are my true representative, my intimate associate, he will put something like this: stay back and do for me what nobody else can do. Only that very special devotees will be interested with that. Just like Rama also, when he left, when they all went into the Sarayu river, Hanuman also wanted to go. He said, no, you stay here. You have to stay till the end of Kali Yuga. He already came in Treta Yuga. He's still here. And you have to save all the people. So, like that, that is his qualification. And so it was like a punishment, but actually, it was a great mercy and special recognition. Krishna is saying, I trust you so much. I'm going and I'm leaving you instead to represent Krishna or to give his message. How much trust Krishna has in Uddhava. सुदुष्ट्यज स्नेह वियोग कातरो न शक्नुवं स्तं परिहातम आतुर कृच्छ्रम ययौ मूर्धनि भर्तृपादुके बिभ्रन् नमस्कृत्य ययौ पुनः पुनः, greatly fearing separation from him for whom he felt such indestructible affection. Uddhava was distraught and he could not give up the Lord's company. Finally, feeling great pain, he bowed down to the Lord again and again, placed the slippers of his master upon his head, and departed. According to Srimad Bhagavatam 3.4.5, while Uddhava was en route to Badrikashram, he heard about the Lord's journey to Prabhasa. Turning back and following Lord Krishna from behind, he saw the Lord alone just after the withdrawal of the Yadu dynasty. After being again mercifully instructed by the personality of Godhead, along with Maitreya who had just arrived, Uddhava felt his knowledge of the truth reawaken, and then, by the order of the Lord, he went on his way. So, when he was speaking, Maitreya also came, and he also became a pure devotee by these instructions. Before that, he was a little one, scholarly type of person, little Jnana Mishra Bhakti. But after listening to this, he became pure devotee. And so Vidura also, he could instruct Vidura, who's also a pure devotee, on whatever Krishna has given. Um, so this is the kind of love that people like Uddhava, you can imagine what a great devotee he is, that Krishna chose him to give this message and instructions. Similarly, Arjuna. Arjuna also, such a special devotee. Once the pastime is that, um, uh, you know, Arjuna had visited Krishna, and I think during the war or something, he was very tired. So he went in and he was sleeping. And meanwhile, morning time, Rukmini, she made all the prasadam, bhoga. She called Krishna, please have your breakfast. Then Krishna said, see, we've got a guest in our house. If the guest doesn't eat, how will I eat? So I'm not going to eat until he comes. So Rukmini goes to wake up Arjuna. And when she goes there, she sees that Arjuna is sleeping, but every pore of his body is chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. And she's so amazed. Oh, look at this. Prabhupada's heart, the doctor put the stethoscope in his chest and he was shocked. He said, instead of listening to heartbeats, I'm hearing Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, like this, for Arjuna, every pore of his body was saying Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And Rukmini was so amazed and she was so excited. And, she forgot about Krishna's breakfast. She was, wow, look at this. And she stayed there only. Then Krishna was waiting and waiting. No Arjuna, no Rukmini, no breakfast. Then Satyabhama came there and he told, Satyabhama said, my lord, why you're not eating? Then she said, this is what happened. So Satyabhama said, okay, I'll go and call. She came. She also saw Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. She also got so much fascinated. My God, imagine chanting, the each pore of the body is chanting Krishna, Krishna. Then like this, and then Narad Muni, he also came, he went to call them. He also got fascinated. Now finally Krishna thought, what is this? Everybody is disappearing. They have to go call Rukmini and Arjuna, and then nobody is returning. So he himself goes and he sees all these people are crowding around Arjuna and fascinated, hearing him, hearing the pores of his body chanting Krishna, Krishna. So when Krishna comes and he sees that, and his eyes are soaked with tears, and he goes and sits next to Arjuna. And, he feels so grateful for such a devotee that even in his sleep, normally, okay, pure devotees dream about Krishna, but here his pores, the body is chanting Krishna, Krishna. So that is the kind of love. Sometimes people ask, why Arjuna said, Krishna said that Arjuna is the best of all the Pandavas, or he represents Krishna. Why not Yudhishthira or the others? So you can see the kind of level of devotion of Arjuna is on a completely different, totally you know, that such a level that even Dwarkavasis, who are considered to be on a higher level of devotion, even they are fascinated. So that is the amazing quality of your devotees. So why did everything hard? So Uddhava, um, he he finally, took leave of Krishna, placed the slippers of his master upon his head and departed. Tatastam antarhridi sanniveshya gato bhagavato vishalam yatopadishtam jagad ekabandhuna tapa samasthaya harir agad gatim. Thereupon, placing the Lord deeply within his heart, the great devotee Uddhava went to Badrikashrama. By engaging there in austerities, he attained the Lord's personal abode, which had been described to him by the only friend of the universe, Lord Krishna himself. Purport: Sri Uddhava returned to Dwarka in the spiritual sky, according to Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura. So that's where he belongs, Uddhava. So he, thereupon placing the Lord deeply within his heart. That's what we're supposed to do. Place Krishna deeply within our heart. Then only we can face this material world without, and the way Krishna says, Matras Parshastu Kaunteya Sitoshna Sukadukadaha. And that the only way we can follow that is to place Krishna deeply within our hearts. By engaging there, he attained to the, and finally we can also go back to him. So the holy name is Krishna himself. We are very, very fortunate that we've got the holy name, and we should only, that is the most potent, that is the most precious and the most valuable jewel, holy name. And the holy name which is chanted with full attention, and that is the most precious thing we have got. Imagine, it's free. Anytime you want, you can chant. It's given to us. It's not that, oh, you have to go Badrikashram, I have to go each time to do something. No. Uddhava had to go all the way to Badrikashram. We, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no need to go anywhere. Just sit in your house and I will come in the form of my holy name. And how fortunate we are. And we take it cheaply, no? Because it's available. Okay, today, it's okay. Today, too much work, so I will not chant. That how much we should be precious. No, I can't be without chanting. This is the most valuable thing. We are ready to get up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, go for work, or full night also we will work because for money. But you tell them, why don't you get up early to chant holy names? Oh, I can't. It's too difficult. If you understand what you're getting, what is the holy name? It is Krishna himself. Then will we say like that? We'll be waiting to chant. At every opportunity I want to, greedy, will be greedy. Every name I chant is going to, fill up my bank account, spiritual bank account. And it's going to destroy all my sins, destroy all ignorance about myself, who I am. I'm just going around thinking I'm this body, sense gratification. Oh, mentally, if we forget Krishna and we're thinking on the bodily platform, that means we are sense gratifying. Something about something we want to enjoy with the body and mind, that's what we are meditating. But on the other hand, if we love Krishna by chanting his name, automatically we'll only think about Krishna. Oh Krishna, how shall I do this work properly? How shall I talk to these people? What should I do? And while chanting, we'll not sit thinking, oh, I must do this, I must do that. I am not the doer. I'm going to be Krishna's servant. He is going to instruct me. So why I should bother? Everything will happen by his mercy. He will tell me. So, after chanting, you should definitely sit down and make a note of all the things that you need to do today and pray to Krishna. Anyway, you chanted nicely. Krishna is going to be there and all work will be fine. We just remember Krishna, everything will turn out fine. While chanting, don't think about what to do because we are not the doers. Krishna is the doer because he will instruct us. That is how he's the doer. We are the doers. Physically, we do, or mentally, also we exert something. But the inspiration, the instruction must all come from Paramatma. So we should not use our mind to think about, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. If you think you're going to do and you are going to mentally meditate on that, then neither your chanting will be good, not your work, nor your work will be good. But instead, we take shelter of Krishna, the holy name, the most precious. And Krishna, whole day, so many work are there. I'm leaving it to you, and I'm going to just think about you. That's all. And after the chanting, sit down and make a list. All this I have to do. And by Krishna's mercy and his instructions and his inspiration, everything will turn out well. That's a fact. Wherever Krishna is there, always there will be what? Victory, opulence, great morality, determination, and extraordinary power, everything. Wherever there is Krishna, means if you think of Krishna, Krishna is there. So for our work to become okay, only thing required is Krishna, and then it's very blissful. It's like a child, happily it's ready to go anywhere, face any danger. If he's holding on to his father's hand, I can face anything. He's convinced. I can bash you up. He will feel like that. My father, because a child really has great this thing, confidence that his father is all powerful. That same thing, of course, that it's relative in the material world. Okay, that's not Ruth also. Father also is vulnerable. But here, Krishna is really strong. And so we just hold on to Krishna. Okay, Krishna, you just tell whatever I have to do. For that, we have to get rid of our false ego that I'm the doer. My body, my mind, because I'm very expert. Completely give it up, and then it's blissful. Whatever Krishna says, we'll do. There is no choice. Okay. There is no choice. That there is choice only mentally. To make mistakes, there are a lot of choices. But to do the correct thing, there is only one way. And that is Krishna's way. If we can always propose to Krishna, Krishna, I want to do like this. Is it okay? And if he says okay, fine. If he says no, drop it immediately. So where is the confusion? Confusion arises when we don't listen to Krishna, when we forget him, and we want to do whatever the mind tells us. That is all based on ignorance and sense gratification. The minute the mind wanders, we know, okay, what sense gratification you want now? Come back. So that is why disciple means one who's ready to be disciplined. We have to discipline ourselves. Then only we can make real, tangible progress. And it may seem difficult in the beginning, you all the time, what is this? Always monitoring. I want to relax and enjoy myself. Okay, enjoy. What enjoyment? Here, Krishna is telling Badrikashram, telling Uddhava, such severe austerities, go to Badrikashram, sit there and, only eat this roots, fruits, and all that. No, so he is giving those instructions to him, and the result is he's going to be very happy, and he wants us also to follow that. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has sweetly come in this age for us and made it very comfortable. So we are going to be happy. We don't have to renounce and go off to the Himalayas. We stay here, we do all our material work, everything. Only thing is, chant Hare Krishna and think about Krishna. That's all. Why is that difficult? Only we have to control the mind, and we have to preach to the mind with our intelligence from God, from the Shastras, that the only thing, we can be happy only when we act as Krishna's servants. If we act like I'm also equal to Krishna, I can also make up my mind. I'll also think, I know what to do. And then you're in for, that means you need to be a little more kicked by Maya. So we don't want those kicks. Oh, Baba, I don't want, I've been kicked enough. Let me surrender to Krishna. And that's it. Very simple. So that is why chanting is the most important. Crying is very important. Taking shelter of the Panchatattva, very, very important. And feeling proud and confident of being accepted by Krishna because of our Guru Parampara. Ya etad ananda samudra samvritam jnanamritam bhagavataya bhashitam krishnena yogeshwara sevitangrina sachraddhaya sevya jagad vimuchyate. Thus Lord Krishna, whose lotus feet are served by all great yoga masters, spoke to his devotee this nectarian knowledge which comprises the entire ocean of spiritual bliss. Anyone within this universe who receives this narration with great faith is assured of liberation. Imagine this, just we listened to Uddhava Gita, and with great faith. Definitely, if you're listening day after day, we have some faith, isn't it? So, and the all great yogis, yoga masters are serving Krishna. How great he is, Krishna, and he's speaking this nectarian knowledge, which comprises the entire ocean of spiritual bliss. Serving Krishna is everything, takes away all our ignorance, material attachments, foolishness, crookedness, the desire to sin, everything goes away. And we become free from all moroseness. Moroseness comes only due to attachment to the body and mind. And the minute we understand, actually, I'm the servant of Krishna, and that is bliss, because every work we do, we are doing it for Krishna's pleasure and not for our stupid mind's pleasure, because it will just mislead us. One time it will say, ah, very good, get me more, get me more. And then after it'll say, no, I don't want this, something else. Very bad taskmaster, the mind, and misleading us, making us do all wrong things. And who is this mind anyway? It is just being controlled by Maya Devi, who is tricking us and taking us away from Krishna. So never, never, never trust the mind. And always we have to see that everything I'm doing with a humble heart, Krishna, I'm your servant. Please, you be the instructor. Shishyasteham sadhiman tam prapannam. Arjuna surrendered. Please, Krishna, I'm your Shishya now. You instruct me what I should do. He was completely confused what to do. And so Krishna instructed, and he was fine. He was blissful fighting. Bhava bhayam apahantum jnana vijnana saram nigamakrid upajahre bringavad veda saram amritam udaditas chapayayad britya vargan purusham rishabam adyam krishna samgnam natosmi. I offer my obeisances to that supreme personality of Godhead, the original and greatest of all beings, Lord Sri Krishna. He is the author of the Vedas, and just to destroy his devotees' fear of material existence, like a bee, he has collected this nectarian essence of all knowledge and self-realization. Thus he has awarded to his many devotees this nectar from the ocean of bliss, and by his mercy, they have drunk it. So who is narrating? Narada Muni, right? Just as the bee extracts nectar from a flower without harming the flower, Lord Sri Krishna extracts the essence of all Vedic knowledge without disturbing the elaborate system of Vedic advancement. In other words, Lord Sri Krishna establishes himself as the goal of Vedic knowledge without destroying preliminary inferior processes that may be applicable to grossly materialistic men. Sri Sukadeva Goswami thus concludes by offering his obeisances to the spiritual master of the entire universe, Lord Sri Krishna. So, understanding Krishna is the topmost realization, because he is the origin of everything, origin of all spiritual knowledge, spiritual realization is Krishna. And we are trying to realize him. But even to start realizing him, we need to go through so many preliminary purifications. And the Vedas are talking about those purifications for materialistic people. Now, we should not go and say, stop doing all this, just chant Hare Krishna. They will not chant Hare Krishna. They will also stop doing what they're doing. They'll just fall down. So we must just add things, okay, and give them Prabhupada books. Let them decide on their own. I mean, general people. First, we can't go. They, say you're preaching to some brahmanas or others, and then you tell them, oh, what is this? What is the use of Vedas? Vedescha sarvair ahameva vedya. So now you become devotee and chant Hare Krishna. If they immediately agree, very good. There may be few souls like that. But vast majority will feel very angry and they'll try to find fault with us. You don't follow any Vedic things. What you are trying to advise me. So everybody, whatever they are doing, we should judge. We should be an expert doctor who knows how to diagnose, right? Same medicines, only all doctors are prescribing. But why one doctor is better than the other? Because he knows how to diagnose. So we have to see the person, judge what position he is in, how much attached to is, how much false ego he has, how much he's ready, is open-minded. And then according to that, we have to put the medicine or not overdose it and kill them. Too much instructions we give, they'll faint. I don't want spiritual life. So very, very carefully, we have to be patient. Doctor is very patient, because whatever the process has to happen, you can't say drink all the medicines at once and you will become cured. Fast. I want to see you fast getting cured. But he is giving it slowly. It'll take its time. So whatever, we are not attached to results. We are simply Krishna's messengers, Guru's messengers, who have to do on behalf of them. And so we will just do our job. Not that we don't want to help them. We are not doing with that kind of feeling. We want to help them very much and we hope they will progress very fast, but then we can't push them too much. And we have to accept, okay, this is how much they'll go. Okay, sometime later. So we give them the books, read books. Sometime they'll read, they'll come, like that. To all people, we should not lose hope. We think we are successful in preaching only if they all land up in our temple and agree to attend Bhakti Vrikshas. Then we think other people whom we just gave prasadam or distributed books, we think, what's the use? They never became devotee. No, they will become devotee later, and we have helped them also. And we should be equally attentive to everyone, because that experience with a devotee, a moment, maybe they are still very, very distracted. They have a lot of material desires. But if they experienced that moment with this devotee, oh, so nice, I felt so happy, they'll remember that. And sometime or the other, they'll remember, oh, that ISKCON devotee came and he gave me this book and he was so nice, gave prasadam and spoke. Let me visit ISKCON. It will be there, something. So um, that is Krishna is so expert. That's why he doesn't unsettle all the Vedic things, but he takes the essence from there for the topmost method of the final this thing of realizing Krishna, to become his devotee. This is the topmost. What we are getting is the topmost. Can you imagine? There is nothing beyond this, ever, eternally, nothing. This is the very, very highest perfection we have been given. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Otherwise, how is it possible to follow all the instructions of Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita? Impossible. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, impossible will become possible if you worship me. Only by chanting his names and by crying to him, we can also get purified, where our mind is always thinking of Krishna and doing everything. Just imagine how blissful we will be, how we will be a source of good and happiness to everyone. So we should have high goals, should not make low goals. Oh, this much only I can do right now. I am happy. that is enough. Then what? You'll be mediocre. We should have very high goals and work slowly. We should not be impatient, but goal should be very high so that we'll keep moving towards that. And we'll feel very happy with every day making. Krishna is very practical. He said step by step, gradually, but you have to keep climbing. You have to, even if you're slowly climbing, if you are climbing, then you'll reach the top. If you just sit down and say, oh, too many steps, I'm just sitting here, then you'll never reach the top. Doesn't matter, slowly or fast, but you have to keep on moving. So we've got this Bhakti Yoga comes to an end of, and the next chapter is about the disappearance of the Yadu dynasty. So how actually they destroy themselves, we'll see that tomorrow. Okay, Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments? There's some chat. Jai Ho. Yes, Mansi, for what is the Jai Ho?
Hare Krishna, Mataji, you explained regarding we don't have anything. We are if anything is there in because of Jayapada Guru Maharaj and Parambara. So I'm very happy. That's all.
Yes, so you feel very confident.
Yeah, even Prabhupada said, no, in the crowd, somebody's asked, you will go to back to Godhead. Yes. Why you are very proud? No, I am nothing. In my Guru's strength, I am proud. He said he will get back everyone.
Yes, that is
Very
our
happy.
trump card. You, Krishna, you have to give me mercy because you see, I am recommended by Jayapataka Swami. I may be
Correct.
nonsense, but you see who is behind me and we can ask him.
Yes, that's what Mataji. In our Guru Parambara's strength only we have.
Yes. Okay. So we will pray for His Holiness Jayapataka Swami's
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Who first spoke?
Mataji.
Basant
Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Mataji, this is this is Jaya Mataji. Mataji,
okay,
I have one question, Mataji. My son, he was asking a question to me the other day that his sir was asking him. So all the dead bodies and all the animals go into the earth, right? They decompose into the earth, and from that earth, so the plants and the crops grow, and we are eating it. So how can you claim yourself to be a vegetarian? So that was the question asked by his sir. So he was asking, what is the answer?
His sir asked this question.
Yeah, he was one day his sir was asking who are all vegetarians in the class. So he raised his hand. Some of the students raised their hands, and he was asking this question to all the students.
What? He's a Christian, huh?
That I don't know, Mataji. I did not check that.
No, but see what propaganda, what is it his business to talk like this?
Yes,
and
yes,
to
Mataji,
confuse them and say that you're also eating meat only.
So very proudly he was asking, Mataji, Anant was asking the other day, like he want to shut the mouths of vegetarians. He was asking, how can you claim yourself as a vegetarian? Like that he was asking. Small children, right, Mataji, they will feel very bad. He was asking the other day.
So the animal body may be animal body, but it has become earth, na? It's become earth. It's no longer meat. How can you say that plants which grow in that is meat? That way, this plant is also flesh. And we are also killing. Sometimes we uproot like spinach and all that. We uproot it. Roots, ginger, potato, all that whole plants we remove. We're also killing. But Krishna is allowing that killing. And he says that offer it to me, then you are free from that sin also. So we have to tell them we are following God's instructions. Don't speculate. We quote Bhagavad Gita and say this is why we follow. So, and he says, if you offer to me, then you're freed from all sins. Otherwise, you're simply eating sins. So patram pushpam phalam toyam, it doesn't come in that category at all. And your own Jesus Christ, I mean, I'm assuming he must be a Christian or maybe a Hindu who is non-vegetarian, and but this is happening everywhere. They're trying to convert people to non-veg. Non-veg, drinking, smoking, drugs, illicit sex, all these asuras are constantly campaigning. Okay, so you tell them.
Mataji, earth has a tendency to absorb everything, right? So only earth and gold cannot be mixed. So anything else, as you
Well,
said,
that's what.
it-
See, you're saying,
yeah,
no, earth
yeah.
you should not take because animal is all there. Don't use gold then. Isn't it? What was your question, Prabhu? What were you commenting?
No, I'm saying, Mataji, like earth is, as you were mentioning, earth mixes everything. So earth is pure actually. So there is nothing wrong in it. Because
Yes.
if anything that cannot be mixed, only is the other than earth, like anything which is derivative of it, or which is product of the earth or something byproduct of that is mixed in earth. That's the tendency of the earth. But gold, only thing is that remains untouched. So then why they are using gold actually, right? They should not use
That's
gold
what.
also.
Yeah, you let him tell. Oh, yeah, then you are very pure, na? Don't. Oh no, but he will say I'm non-veg, so I can use gold. You should not use gold. He will say. So we
Yes,
can't use
Mataji.
that.
Yes, Mataji. He will tell that we are non-vegetarians, we are okay for everything. But you are so particular, right? So you should not use gold, they will tell.
See, you say that I'm following God's words. This is what God has said in the Bhagavad Gita. That's what he can tell. If he asks him again, let him keep the word and the verse and the purport. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. That's it. Then he'll shut his mouth.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, we can say one more thing also, no? See, for each living being has to survive. For us, he has given this is the food for survival of the human beings. So like that we can say, no, Mataji. One living being is food for another living being, he said.
Yeah,
For
so
us,
they will say we are
red
eating
meat.
animals. Animals are food for human beings.
Then we can say Patram Palam Pushpam as continuation to that. Yeah, these
That's
two we can
what.
quote, no, Mataji. Yeah.
Yeah, so all living entities are this thing. So plants are for human beings. And that has been set by God. Animals are not punished for eating animals because God has kept it like that. They don't have any karma for this thing, no, for eating other animals.
And whatever is decomposed, Mataji, earth is, since it mixed, it is pure now actually. It's no longer having any contamination, right? Because earth is pure. So that is another
Yes.
thing actually.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay,
So,
Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. I'll just let him know.
who is the other person who was started to
Teacher,
say something?
no, I don't know, Mataji.
No, two people said at the same time. Who is that?
Mataji, this is Radhika, Mataji.
Radhika. Yeah.
Yes, Mataji, it's clear now. We can tell Anand, like,
Meet
if
was
he are-
Jaya, no?
yeah, Jaya was Mataji. Jaya's son, Mataji, Anand was asking you.
Okay, fine. All right. So,
Actually, Mataji, Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. We need to complain, Mataji. If it's not a Christian school, we need to complain to the higher management that how his sir is asking these questions. We need to complain, Mataji, because that is not the way. Because in our school also, one Christian teacher was there. She was saying she was encouraging vegetarian kids to eat non-veg because it's very healthy. So then, I scolded her. See, when books are not saying why you are making them to, teach like that. She's not supposed to teach like that. We need to complain,
yeah,
Mataji.
there
Jaya
is a
Mataji. We
big
need to complain.
campaigning by
Not a Christian
doctors,
school.
media, everyone.
If
Christian school.
No, if it's a Christian school, we cannot do anything, Mataji. If it's not a Christian school, we need to
No,
complain.
Christian school also we can complain. They have no business. They have to educate us. Suppose we start teaching religion in our schools, we have to leave it optional. Okay, these are the benefits, but if you propagate and we say, then they can also complain. See, they're trying to convert. No.
Yes, Mataji, that's not right.
It's up to your choice. Even in Hindu schools, we cannot force the Christians and Muslims to also attend this thing, whatever we are teaching. If we are teaching this thing, it's up to them. But yeah, we have to, yeah, they have to complain. That's what. And imagine ridiculing our Shastra. I mean, ridiculing our religion or vegetarianism.
Hare Krishna,
But
Mataji,
anyway, it's a good
Hare
opportunity to first convince him.
Krishna,
I don't know,
Mataji.
but with Hare Krishna, yes.
Yeah, even the books are campaigning, Mataji. The science books have these, which gives the proteins, which gives the nutrients. They include this non-vegetarian food. So sometimes it becomes difficult for us teachers to teach them that, otherwise they say it is given in the book. So it becomes very difficult. We'll be in a dilemma that whether to tell them or not. It is like that.
You were working in a Christian school, no?
No, it's a secular. It's not a Christian. They always,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Then you can tell, actually see, it is said like this, but you see elephants are vegetarian. Dara Singh was vegetarian. There are many, many big, powerful people who are vegetarian. So this is not a fact.
Yeah. And even the taste of water. We used to teach them. What I used to tell was water has taste, but in Bhagavad Gita it is given that water has taste, but scientists say that there is no taste. So they used to tell water is tasteless, odorless, all that.
Are you all able to hear Rangavali?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, why didn't I hear? What did she say?
No, I said in the books they give that the water is tasteless, odorless. So I used to teach the children that in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says he is the taste in water. So water has taste. But according to scientists, it is tasteless. I used to teach them like that.
Yeah, what to do? You can tell. They'll remember the teacher only, not the book, isn't it?
Yeah.
My teacher told taste as water has got taste.
Another thing, Mataji, like just to tell the earth's purity, like all the animals or human beings, they urinate, they evacuate, a lot of contamination, whatever do they, but that gets purified, right? Because on top of it also crops and then this cultivated, right? So I think we should tell like earth is so pure that it absorbs
Yes.
everything.
Yeah, you can tell that also to Anant. So, okay. Thank you very much. So we pray for His Holiness Jayaptak Swami's good health, well-being, longevity, and protection from all diseases, and speedy recovery from all his illnesses. And hopefully Ayurveda starts working on him very fast and curing him. And then we pray for Prabhupada disciples and all our devotees and their family members for their good health, well-being, longevity, and protection from all illnesses and speedy recovery from current illnesses. And we pray for rain. It started coming in parts of Karnataka. So we hope. Yesterday, Bangalore was cloudy a bit, but rain never came. But we hope rains do come in Karnataka. And we pray for peace and prosperity and protection, freedom from all any violence within India, all over India and outside India also. Let us chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Actually, here also too hot in Kerala.
What?
Kerala too hot.
Oh,